Hello everyone and welcome to another race, another week in LSA. We just quickly check if everything is on. Error you need to change. I don't know what this error is. But let's quickly just see if it's something here. Apologies. I think it's fine actually. You need to change the video resolution. Why? Okay. I'm gonna ignore that for now, because I do think everything is fine. Okay, so let me just quickly check on my side then if the stream looks okay. I think everything looks fine. Hey, Anstan, Sugar Bear, Death Queen, welcome to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the race. Okay, Mango's in. That means we can ready up. There we go. Okay, so while we wait for everyone to ready up, everyone should be going. Let's just quickly double check these lobby settings, but it should be fine. Resolve, standard, short, long, clear. Yes. Okay, lobby settings are perfect. Here we go. Nolan Nell says hi. Please let me know what your gamer tag is, so that I know who you are. Let me just double check if my mic and everything is fine. Can you guys hear the game? That's I think that's the main thing. D-Bob. Oh, hey D-Bob. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so I think you guys will be able to hear the stream. Just let me know if the game audio is not coming through, but I think it is. I just want to mute my Discord quickly. Or you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quit Discord on my PC. Then we won't be hearing those annoying messages the whole time. Okay, so let's get these thingamaroos going. So nice. Hey Bongoni, good to see you as well in the chat. Welcome. I hope you guys enjoy the stream. So for tonight, we've got a bit of a different one going. The drivers are not allowed to use the hard compound of tire in the race. So hopefully that does give us some good strategies. Now, there's a few things that this is gonna mean for the race, and I'm gonna chat you guys through it as we go, because obviously not everyone is completely well versed in how the tires work. If it's your first time watching F1 or it's your first time watching league racing, I'll explain how it's going to work. So basically, drivers get 3 sets of softs for a race weekend, which they usually use in qualifying. The soft tire is the red wall tire. So I'll show you here. There we go. So you can see all the drivers on softs, except Baby Boy now has a pair of Inters on, which I'm assuming is just to get some kind of reference going. But so basically, everyone gets 3 pairs of softs for qualifying, as well as a set of mediums. And then in the race, you get an extra set of mediums and an extra set of hards. So you have 6 different tires for the race weekend as we do it. If you do full qualifying, there's extra tires and stuff that come into play. But the way we do it, you've got 6 tires. So you've got the 3 softs, 2 mediums, and 1 hard. You can use the 3 softs and 1 of the mediums. You can use them in qualifying if you choose to do so. However, because this week we are saying no hards allowed in the race, drivers obviously are going to have to use mediums and softs in the race that don't last as long. The hard tire obviously is the hardest tire, which means it lasts the longest, but it's also the slowest tire compared to the others, in the initial phase. However, on this game, the hard tire is pretty good. Once it warms up, it can go a lot of laps without losing performance. The mediums and the softs do lose a lot of performance as the stint goes on. So the idea with saying no hards is to say, okay, listen, we want to open up some strategy possibilities. Now you have to do a 2-stop because with 36 laps in the race, you can't just do 1 set of softs and 1 set of mediums. The tires don't last as long. The last thing that this will influence is you being able to run 3 laps in qualifying, because what's going on here? I think one driver was starting a lap and one was finishing a lap. So we'll just stay on board with David's as he does his first run in qualifying. So what this means is usually you will do 3 runs in qualifying and use all 3 sets of softs, because softs are really not good in the race. They lose performance too quickly. But now you have to use softs in the race, so you want to save a set of softs for the race so that they're fresh. So that means most of these drivers are only going to do 2 runs in qualifying. Some of them might even choose to do only 1 run in qualifying. So it does change a lot. It's not just, okay, you can't use hards, let's carry on as usual. It does change a lot of the way the drivers approach qualifying, the way they approach the race, setup strategies, pit stop strategies. It changes everything. So it's going to be a really interesting race, especially if we throw in a few safety cars into the mix as well. Right, so into qualifying, Davids comes across in P3, not too far behind Storming Thunderhead, who is currently second, and then Big T, who is currently in P1, leading the way. Let's see if we can see there's a Ferrari coming. That's going to be Rickus. Rickus goes into P10 for the moment. And then there's a Visa RB. Is that Baby Boy? That is Baby Boy, but he's got Inters on still. He's probably going to dive into the pits. Yes, he is. Practicing that pit entry is Baby Boy. Pantry start 2/10 up, 10 seconds up. Oh, okay, yeah. So here, his first lap was a slow lap. So he is going to improve by quite a lot. Coming across the finish line now. Let's see what Pantry Star does. It's an 8.9, goes P11. And then there's an Aston. That's Sugar Bear. No, that's Storming Thunderhead. He's starting another lap. So now you can see what Storming is trying to do. He's trying to do 2 runs on the same set of tire so that he can save a set. But you can see those tires don't want to do 2 hot laps. He had a big moment going through turn 1 there. And he is surely going to abandon this lap. Already almost 2 seconds down on his time. So yeah, he's definitely going to be abandoning that lap. Next, we've got a Mercedes. That Japes is going to start a lap. So that's why you're seeing like this first bit of qualifying is a bit slow, because everyone is trying to save tires, so no one's really going out too early. Yeah, Debob. I'm able to mod the game, and I'm able to put these banners in. So you'll see there's a bunch of LSA banners, there's a bunch of Springbok banners. It really looks nice. So you'll see the overhead there. There's a big Springbok banner at the top. We've also got a few Mozart banners, because we do. There you can see a few Mozart banners in the background. We obviously are unofficially affiliated with Mozart. But yeah, so yeah, we've got the Mozart stuff in the background. And then in turn 1, I think it's in turn 1, 2, 3, that whole F section, we've actually got like a massive LSA banner on the grass, like on the floor, basically. So it looks really cool. There you can see the LSA banners in the background. Yeah, it just gives the stream a bit of a personalized effect. And yeah, I think it looks really, really nice. So Japes coming onto the final straight. What can he do in terms of lap time? 8.7. He goes P8. And then there's a Red Bull. Who's that? Is that Imi? Imi starting a lap. For those who don't know, Imi is Skylar Sims. Scully is starting a lap. Mango goes P1 with a 7.3. So that's a good lap for him. Then we've got Buerta is starting a lap. Then there's a kick. I think that's going to be Winterish, Iowa. He is going to start a lap as well. Then an Alpine. Is that Spinnacle? Spinnacle coming to the line. Does an 8.7. Goes P10. Then there's a Haas. I think that has to be David starting a lap. Then a Ferrari. Here we go. Debo Croc goes to P8. Good lap. Debo Croc, one of our reserve drivers, filling in for Remco. Remco not here tonight. Gilly gonna come across the line to do an 8.5. Look how close these times are. So James here with an 8.3, and then 5 positions back, Sugar Bear with an 8.5. So these times are really, really close. And then speaking of Sugar Bear, he does improve to, well, he stays in an 8.5, but he does improve to go ahead of Scully. Red Bull, that's going to be Buatari. Let's go on board with Buatari. Oh, he's invalidated his lap. Then Winterish, Iowa is going to be the next one. He's also invalidated his lap. Then it's going to be, is it the Real Fig? Real Fig is starting a lap. Welcome to you, Real Fig. It's his debut in LSA, his first race. He's also one of the reserves. I think we've got 4 reserves racing tonight. 4 of the guys are not able to make it due to different commitments. So good luck to them all. But we've got the reserves filling in for them. The Real Fig is one of them. Then we've got Debo Croc in P9. He's also a reserve. And then we've also got Spinnacle in P13. He's a reserve. And then the 4th reserve is D Square. He is going to be joining us before the end of qualifying. We'll stay on board with Real Fig. We'll give him some screen time as it's his first race. See if he can, what kind of lap times he can do in that Williams. Comes across the final corner, and this is all basically just flat to the line. Opens the DRS, uses the last bit of battery that he has, and he puts up a 9.0, which is not a bad lap, but it puts him effectively last, which is crazy. It's crazy how close this field is, that a lap like that is only good enough for last at the moment. Vidim Puzzle up to P5. Good lap from him. And then there's a Mercedes. Is that Don Rabico? No, it's his teammate Japes. Where did Japes go? You can see Baby Boy gets a 5-place penalty for a collision with Real Fig. That is unfortunate. I'm not sure what happened there. It happened this part of the track. Where is Baby Boy's down here? That's going to be one of his tires gone then. Oh, he's not got a wing. Baby Boy's wing is off. I wonder what happened there. Okay, now we've got Don Rabico coming across the line. Is he starting a lap? Yeah, he's starting a lap. And we've got Winterish Iowa. I think he's maybe out of fuel. Or just going very slow. No, yeah, I think he's out of fuel. He's going into the pits. Then we've got James diving into the pits. Then Butari diving into the pits. Everyone's diving into the pits here. Then Mango is starting a lap. As is the pantry stall. He finished his lap. He just finished the lap, I think. Then we've got the two Ferraris. Rickus invalidated. And his teammate is in P12, Debo Croc. And this is Baby Boy pitting for a new wing. Then we've got Imi. He is going to start a lap. Okay, on board with Don Rabico. He's coming to finish his lap. Finally, we've got someone who's going to finish a lap. See what time Don Rabico can put up. He's also one of the quicker drivers in the league. A 7.6. There we go. P4. Fantastic lap from Don Rabico. Then we've got Big T. He's going to start a lap. Mango, I think he was on a lap, so he's finishing his lap now. Let's see what Mango can do. Can he improve and stretch the advantage he has to provisional pole? He can. He goes to 7.2. Now it's going to be up to Big T to see if he can respond. Let's stay on board with Big T. Can he pip Mango to pole? Get it? That was a bad joke. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Classic dad joke. Oh, Big T with a massive snap coming through that fast right-hander. And he backs off. Okay, so he's going to now turn off his battery. Save battery and see if he can go again. I don't think he has time. Well, he will have time to pit. But then he will use up more tires, which is not good. Frankie! Welkom, broer. So, Franco Hay in the chat is my brother-in-law. My sister's husband. So welcome to you. Lucky to see you in the stream, man. I hope you enjoyed the race. I've got my granddad watching. I've got my brother-in-law watching. Got the whole family here. Right, Big T goes again. Turn 1 and 2. This time looks clean. See what his split is. He's basically level with his previous lap. So he's going to have to push. Obviously, these tires have now done an extra lap, so they won't be completely fresh, which does put him at a disadvantage. Through this fast right-hander, this time looks much more planted. On the brakes for the right-hander, and now this long left. All the way in third. How quickly can you get onto the throttle? And now a tricky braking zone. Easy to lock up the front right tire. Does that pretty well. Gets back on the power. Now basically 2 corners left. This one is flat left-hander. And now the last braking zone for the lap. Turns it in. And now it's just flat all the way to the line. What can Big T do? Has he backed off? He has backed off. Is he pitting? Yeah, Big T is pitting. Oh, goodness. Okay, his teammate then is going to start a lap now. Storming Thunder is also going to start a lap. And then I need to send D-Square an invite. I have to remember to do that quickly. Apologies. I sent him 2 just in case. Okay, so who have we got? We've got Winterish Iowa. He's gonna come. No, he's gonna start a lap. So he is 6 seconds down. So he's going to start his lap. And there's an Alpine of Pantry. He's going to start a lap. And there's a McLaren. That's going to be Scully. He's going to start a lap. And there's a Mercedes. Japes. He's going to start a lap. No one's on a lap. Sugar Bear has invalidated. Storming Thunderhead. He is the next one to set a lap. But he is going slow. So he's also going to start a lap. Then we've got a Haas. That's David's. He's invalidated. Sheesh. Does no one want to improve here? Where's David's going? Oh my goodness. The 2 Red Bulls are going to start their laps. Right, so no one is on a lap. Except those who just started their laps. Gems is on an out lap. Pinnacle is on an out lap. He's going to start his lap now. Okay, so then it's going to be Scully. No, that's Venom Puzzle. He's starting a lap as well. Wow. Okay. Then there's a Visa RB. Is that Gems? No, that's Baby Boy starting a lap. And then there's a Williams coming. That's the real Fig. He's going to start a lap. I think. Or was it Mango? Might have been Mango actually. Don Rabico starting a lap. Now we've got Pantry Star. He comes across the line. He doesn't improve. Now we've got the real Fig starting his lap. Okay, now we can focus. Japes. Can he improve? He's 2 tenths up. Almost 3 tenths up on his lap. What does he do? He goes up to P12. Good lap from Japes. Then, not Venom Puzzle. That's going to be Scully. Scully is pitting. Then you've got David's. There's going to be Frantic. David's is invalidated again. Then you've got the 2 Red Bulls. That's Imi. Oh no, it's Butari first. Butari across the line. Stays P10. Imi goes up to P8. Then we've got an RB. I think that's Baby Boy. No, it's not Baby Boy. Let's go on board with Baby Boy. He's coming to complete his first lap right at the end of the session. Goes up to P4. Fantastic lap from Baby Boy. And then is that Mango? That's Mango. Does he improve? He does. 7.0. So Mango stretches his lead at the front. Then is that Don Rabico. He has backed out of his lap. He's pitting. And then we've got Pantry Star. He's pitting. And then the real Fig. I think he's going to be the last one. Cross the line. He improves. He does improve, but he stays last. Oh my goodness. I mean, have a look at this, guys. P3 is a 7.6. P19 is an 8.6. A second covering basically the whole field. That is insane. That is insane. Fantastic driving from all of these drivers. Really, really great stuff. These times are very close. And this is going to set up the race very nicely for us. This is going to make the race really interesting. As I've mentioned earlier, to those who might have missed it, for this race, the drivers are not allowed to use the hard compound of tire. So they only are allowed to use softs and mediums, which is interesting because the softs only do about 10 laps, 14 laps. Although they lose a lot of performance after about 6 or 8 laps. And then the mediums can do around 20 laps, I would say. But they also will lose a lot of performance after around lap 12 to 14. So, yeah, definitely an interesting one in terms of strategy that we're going to have today. It's not just going to be a simple medium to hard or a hard to medium as we always have. Right. Oh, and Baby Boy had that grid penalty. Oh, man, that's unfortunate for him. So he's going to start the race down in P9. Unfortunately for him. As we've got Mango on pole, followed by Big T and then Storming Thunderhead. And then Venom Puzzle is going to start in P4. We grab the race director here. Right. Then let me just check on the Discord to see if everyone is happy. Right. So let me quickly give the drivers just ready up time. So we're gonna go at 44. Right, guys, we're going to ready up in 5 minutes at 20:44. So in 5 minutes time, I'm going to put up some nice music for you, and I will be back in about 3 minutes time so that we are in time for the race start. Okay, so we are going to be going within the next minute or two. We will shortly see what these drivers have in store for us. Okay, let's go. Keep it clean. We are reading up shortly. So remember, no hards are allowed to be used in this race. We will see, hopefully, all the drivers remember to select their strategies and remember to remove the hards from their race strategies. Come on! Why aren't they reading up? There we go. There goes the countdown. Right, here we go. Got 5 lights, and it's lights out and away we go. And Big T looks to have gotten a better start there up the inside. Can he take the lead? He's on the softs, Mango is on the medium, so Big T will have a bit more grip in this opening lap, and I think he does take the position. Mango drops to P2, and here comes Storming Thunderhead. Where's all my stuff? Here we go. Sorry. What's happening here? Okay. Okay, here we go. We're back. Sorry. I've pressed the wrong button on my controller and then everything was away. Everything was gone for a moment. Right, so Big T gained a place. Then we've got Mango on the mediums. Japes on the softs. Let's have a look. Did all the drivers... Yes, there we go. You love to see it. Only red and yellow tires. No hards. No white tires. Only red and yellow. And this whole race is going to be just soft and mediums. Looks like everyone kept it clean on the first lap. Everyone... Oh, Baby Boy up into P4. What a start from him. Because he had that grid penalty which dropped him to P9. And he's already back to P4. So that's great for him. Big T in the lead. Mango's in a very good position here. Because he's on the mediums. And he's close to the front of the field. So all of these front runners who are on softs. They are... Well, they're not on the same strategy. Because some could do a soft, medium, medium. Some could do a soft, medium, soft. They could do a soft, soft, medium. There's really a lot of options. So, but yeah, I think majority of the field are on the soft tire, which is pretty interesting. I thought more of them would go for the mediums at first. But yeah, that's how it turns out. So, at the moment, not too much to write home about. Everyone's still in DRS of each other. The whole field literally still in DRS, except these two at the back, the Real Fig and D Square Upper. They do have to catch up. So can the Real Fig use some battery and get back to within 1 second of Skilly? I think he can, you know. I have to use a bit of battery on this final part of the track. But I think he's done just enough to stay within DRS. So the whole field in DRS of each other. And here we go. Big T still in the lead from Mango, from Storming Thunderhead. And then you've got Baby Boy, Davids, Verum Puzzle, Don Rabico in P7. Then you've got Gems, your winner from last week. Then Imi, who caused the safety car when he went straight on in the pits and hit the wall in the pit entry. Then we've got Japes, my teammate from last season, in the Mercedes this time around. Then Winterish Iowa in the Kick Sauber. Sugar Bear in the Aston. Debo Croc in the Ferrari. Bottari in the Red Bull. Pantry Star and Spinnacorp, the two Alpines. Nose to tail. And you've got Rickus, Scully, the Real Fig, and D Square Rapper. Still everyone within DRS. Look at this long train of cars. This is awesome to see. Really close racing from all of these drivers. So Big T already has his fuel light showing, which means he has underfueled his car. So either he's expecting to have a lot of DRS, where you save some fuel if you get DRS, or he's expecting there to be a safety car. somewhere in this race. Now, if that doesn't happen, if we don't have a safety car, oh, as he defends quite late, but fair enough. Mango reacts well to it. Big T is able to keep the position for now, but Mango right behind him, and he's going to have DRS again. Does he go for the move into turn 4, or does he stay behind? I think Mango stays behind this time around. He's going to try and reharvest a bit of that battery. He used a lot of it, as did Big T. And now Storming Thunderhead behind these guys. He has got a bit more battery, as does Baby Boy, to use. And David's fuel light is also flashing. So both Haas cars are under fueled at this stage, which is going to be very interesting if there are no safety cars. And now we can see there's a break in the DRS train. Japes dropping outside of the 1 second range to Imi ahead. And that is crucial. That's going to basically split this race into two trains. You're going to have the front train, and you're going to have the second train from P10 down. And now Winterish Iowa, he's going to want to pass Japes, and hopefully he can use his battery to get back within the DRS of the likes of Imi for their own race. So if I was Japes, I wouldn't defend this too hard. I would let Winterish go so that he can catch the cars ahead, and that is exactly what happens. Now Winterish 1.8 seconds behind Imi, but remember he's got the mediums, so these mediums are going to be a bit better at this stage already. The softs really don't last long, so these mediums now will be the faster tires, so maybe you can use them to catch back up to Imi, and you can see he's already gained 2/10 just to that corner alone. And Japes on the softs behind is really struggling already on lap 5 of this race. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of that today. These softs, they only do about 4 or 5 laps well. After that, their performance really drops off a lot. And you can see Japes already outside of a second of Winterish Iowa, who has gained almost half a second on Imi this lap. And that's exactly what I was talking about. These mediums are going to be the better tire, so he can use that to his advantage. I think he's going to be just outside the 1 second mark. He just didn't get DRS on this lap. But if he does another lap like he just did, he will be getting DRS on the next lap, which is crucial for him. So he's just got to continue like that. Down here we've got Sugar Bear and Japes. Not going for the move this time around. Sugar Bear deciding to stay behind. Does he go for the move on Japes into turn 4? Japes looking like he is struggling for pace at this stage. Maybe those tires not working well. As here goes Sugar Bear up the inside, up into P11, and that's Japes in the Mercedes down to P12. Right, at the front here we've got only a 3/10 gap between Mango and Storming Thunderhead. Now Mango, as I said earlier, the same thing applies to him. He's also on the mediums, which means he is now on the faster tire compared to the guys around him. So, ooh, as Baby Boy gets a big snap there, almost lost the car. And yeah, so Mango is going to probably try and get this position on this lap. Now, if you're smart about this, if I'm Mango, I stay behind Big T until about the end of lap 6, end of lap 7. Because that means if you then go for the overtake, you can try and break the DRS on that lap. So if Mango goes for the overtake on this lap, he can maybe try and break the DRS. Because his mediums are going to be so much faster than the softs, there's a possibility that he could do that. Although, that being said, here comes Storming Thunderhead up the inside of Mango. Mango leaves in the space, and around the outside he just has the momentum, and he holds on to P2. It's a ballsy move there from Storming Thunderhead, but good racing from both of them. Fair racing. You love to see it. Leaving the space, not making any contact. And that's how you race wheel to wheel. Now, Winterish Iowa, on those mediums, has caught up to these guys. And that's exactly what I said earlier. These mediums are now firmly the faster tire, as he's caught up to Gems and Imi. And now, can he go for the move? As, oh, Storming Thunderhead has dropped behind David's and behind Baby Boy. Did he make a mistake? I missed that. But now Baby Boy doesn't have DRS. And this is the chance for the front two to now break away. As we don't quite see a change in the lead. Mango is right behind Big T. So he's probably going to go for the move here. But Big T does have the battery, and it looks like he is keen to stay in P1 at this stage. So Big T not looking like he wants to relinquish the lead yet. Baby Boy now in P3 after he passed Storming Thunder. He is now down in P4. David's in P5. Needs to make sure he stays within a second of Storming Thunder. That's crucial for his race. And then you've got Villain Puzzle and Don Rabico, who are basically stuck in this DRS train. Because all the cars have DRS, there's not really much you can do. And now this fighting and squabbling has actually brought Imi and Winterish Iowa back into the fight. As where is... Who was here earlier? Was it James? James Pitt. Wow. So James went early from his softs to mediums. And he's probably going to do 2 sets of mediums now. A medium and another medium. Let's see up front. Is Mango going for the move this time around? No, he's not. We do have a move. Oh, David gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits. Oh, that's so unlucky. So unlucky. It's just braking a meter or two too late. Can't get the car slowed down. And whether you speed by 1 kilometer an hour or 10 kilometers an hour, you get the same 10-second penalty. So that's going to be horrible for David. He has got to hope that there's a late safety car, because that's the only way, or a safety car at any time, because that's the only way he's going to be able to serve that 10 seconds and not lose too much time by doing so. As he bumps the wall a few times on the pit exit there, but he does come out ahead of James, which is pretty interesting. So James not able to make the undercut work. Obviously, it is a pretty short track, so the undercut's not very strong. But I did think the mediums would be able to get an undercut on him. Now, Japes has lost a lot of time to these front two, to Davids and Gems. I think he just struggled a lot on those old softs just before the pit stop. Now Big T still in the lead, still carrying on those softs. Now we've got Baby Boy diving into the pits. Does he get the car slowed down? Yes, he does. He doesn't get a penalty. And Imi also gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits. Imi, you've got to practice your pit entries, man. That's 2 weeks in a row. He's last week he DNF'd in the pit entry, and this week he got a 10-second penalty. So he's got to sort that out. As the real fig has also, no, he didn't pit. He's gone on. Right, so now with the pit stops, we can see there are a few gaps forming in the field now. So we've got Big T and Mango out front. Apologies. So we've got Big T and Mango out front, and then 2.4 seconds behind is Storming Thunderhead. He's still on old softs, as is Villain Puzzle and Don Rabico. These two still in DRS of each other. And then who's this McLaren? Is this a... Oh, Winterish Iowa is there as well. Okay, so these three are still here. And then you've got a 5-second gap down to Butari. And then you've got Sugar Bear in P8, Spinnacle in P9, Vicus in P10, and then Skilly in P9. Okay, so Big T pits as the Storming Thunderhead. Villain Puzzle gets a 10-second penalty. Guys, you gotta slow down for the pits. Why are so many people getting 10-second penalties? That's crazy. You've got to slow down. Everyone's like, nah, I don't want to slow down. I want to drive fast. Where does Big T come out? Does he come out ahead of his teammate? He does, just about. Does he? I think so. Yes, he does. Is there a safety car? There's a safety car. What happened? Winterish Iowa is DNF'd. Oh no. On the exit of turn 4. On his 10-lap old mediums. Oh my goodness. Right, so this is pretty perfect for the likes of Mango, Butari, all of these guys who haven't pitted yet. Because guess what? They're going to get a free pit stop. This is very ideal for Mango. And then there is quite a gap. So I think these guys, if they pit now, they are going to lose the positions to Big T and that train. So maybe not too ideal for them. Let's see where they come out. I'm interested to see why the gap is so big though. Don't speed under the safety car into the pits, please. All of them seem to have made it safely into the pits without speeding. If I were David, I would have served my 10-second penalty now. I would have... I think all of the guys who've got 10-second penalties have to pit now. Even if you've just pitted for fresh tires, pit again. Get rid of your 10-second penalty under the safety car. Because, like David's now, he can choose to stay out, and yes, he's got track position. But when the safety car comes in, the whole field is bunched up again, which means if you lose 10 seconds, you're dropping to last. So yeah, if I was David, I would definitely jump into the pits now and serve the 10-second penalty, because you don't know if there's going to be another safety car. And we don't remove speeding on the pit penalties, because that's black and white. You either sped or you didn't. So it's not like the game can glitch out there. It's either you were over the speed limit or not. So, well, let me tell it this way. If the game did glitch, then we would remove it. But I don't think we have ever removed the penalty for speeding in the pits. It's not an area where the game usually has glitches. Usually the game is pretty solid with the speeding rule. So we're not really in the habit of removing those penalties. But Winters, Iowa, unfortunately for him, DNFs from the race. I don't know if there were other cars involved, or if he just lost it by himself on the exit of turn 4. It is very easy to do. If you go a bit wide on the exit and you go over that curb, the car can bottom out and you can just suddenly lose it. So that is quite easy to do. Okay, so now you can see the different strategies here. So now everyone is on mediums, basically. I wonder if they're going to try and take these mediums to the end. They probably will. If I'm Big T, for example, those mediums have only done like half a lap of racing. So can they do 23 laps? I don't think so, actually. 23 is a lot. 23 is a lot of laps to do on a set of mediums. They might be able to, but they'll be so slow. And so a pit stop around here, I think, is around like 18 seconds, 18 to 20 seconds maybe. So if you box with 9 laps to go, you just have to be 2 seconds a lap faster on your fresher tires, which I think is very possible. So I do think safety car in this lap. Cool, we're gonna get racing again. Let me quickly take my last sip of my cool drink. And now we're ready to go. Safety car in this lap. The safety car is into the pits. As soon as it is into the pits, Mango can decide to go whenever he wants. And he's gone early. Big T has spotted him and stayed right on his gearbox. And here goes Big T up the inside. I think Big T is running less wing. He's got more straight line speed, but Mango, with the more downforce, as you can see there, able to carry more speed around the corner, and he keeps P1 for now. But here comes Big T again, down the straight. Can Mango keep the lead? Yes, this time around Mango does keep the lead, and now he is going to try and stretch that advantage. Behind we've got Baby Boy and Storming Thunderhead going side by side. Storming Thunderhead gets past Baby Boy into P4. Here we've got Sugar Bear right up close to Buatari. He's on those softs, so he's going to try and make a few positions before the softs wear out. Remember, those softs drop off really quickly. I haven't seen anyone on hards so far, so that's good. If a driver does put onto the hards, they do get disqualified from the race. So there's a bit of a no tolerance policy in that regard. As you can see now, Mango has dropped Big T out of DRS. But look, this is where the wings come in. Look how much time Big T is gaining on the straight. He's gaining almost 3 or 4 tenths. That's ridiculous. I wonder what wings he's running. He's running like probably less than 15 or less than 10. So you get DRS on this straight. But now have a look at this is where the setup different comes in. So Big T, he goes for the move up the inside. Oh, that is close. Buttori has left the session. Let me quickly send him an invite. Apologies, everyone. Let me just quickly send Buttori an invite so that he can rejoin us. I will send him two as well, just for in case. Okay. So have a look. Now, because this is the middle section where there's a lot more corners and stuff, Mango is able to almost make that gap over a second again, and he has made it over a second. But now look at this gap come down. So now Big T on the straight, the gap is 1.2 down to 1.1 down to 1.0 down to 9 tenths down to 8 tenths, and that's without DRS. Big T didn't have DRS on that straight. That's just setup. So that is crazy stuff. The wing level he's running. Right, everyone's still in DRS of each other. James has dropped back now. He's outside of DRS of his teammate Baby Boy. As there's a yellow flag, there's a big crash. What has happened? The Square Rapper, Villain Puzzle, and the Real Fig have got into an incident. As here's oh no! There's another crash. What's happening? Oh, be careful of the rejoin. That's a dodgy rejoin there. Rickus, you've got to be careful. Yo. Crazy. Everything's kicking off now as the Alpines are scobbling for P11. Konakup gets past Pantry Star. As these guys behind are still fighting. Look at all these guys. As we got David and Storming Thunderhead. Okay, I'll go to that battle now. Let's just keep an eye on this because this looks like it's tasty. We've got Villain Puzzle with end plate damage. His left end plate is damaged. You can see there. The left side of his front wing is broken. As is Rickus. So Rickus is boxing probably for a new wing, I would suggest. As Villain Puzzle does get past the Real Fig. I'm not too sure what happened there. Not too sure what happened there. Okay, back to the front. We've got Mango still ahead of Big T. And now these two are basically playing like an accordion with each other. So Mango is stretching the gap in the middle sector to just over a second. So you can see 8 tenths, 9 tenths. And then when they go past through this final corner, Big T loses all that time. But now the gap is just over a second and Big T can close in with his low downforce. And then he gets right up to the back of Mango by the time they reach the end of the straight. 7 tenths, 6 tenths. And then he gets DRS on the next straight, down to turn 4. So Big T is able to do this pretty well, if you think about it. Look how close he gets. He gets to within 2 tenths of Mango, just in 2 straights. And they only had DRS on one of those straights. That's mad. Now Storming Thunder in 3. He is going to try and get back to these front two, but I think these front two just have too much pace for the rest of the field at the moment. Once the DRS is broken, those front two are just too quick. Mango and Big T at this stage look like they're going to run away with it, unless there's more safety cars later on. But for now, it seems like that's going to be the case. Now, Storming has broken the DRS to Davids. Davids has to have a big final corner here to try and get back in the DRS, but he doesn't manage it. The gap stays 1.2, and now Baby Boy is right behind Davids. So, can he get close to Davids into turn 1 and then maybe make the move into turn 4? Let's have a look and see. Baby Boy closing up to Davids into turn 1. He's right on his gearbox now. And can he set this up for a good move into turn 4? He's on the battery, nice and early. Opens the DRS, and here comes Baby Boy. Does Davids defend? He does. Davids goes to the inside. Baby Boy around the outside. He gets the move done before they get to turn 4. Nice move from Baby Boy. He's up into P4. David's down to P5. And you've got James, who ran a bit wide there. And he gets overtaken by Imi. And overtaken by Don Rabico. So James loses 2 positions there from going off track. Death Queen, Let's Go Pantry and Sugar Bear. There we go. Where are they? Sugar Bear P11, Pantry P13. Good race for both of them in the points. Pantry, I think, finished last season. He finished the Drivers' Championship in P6. He had a really fantastic season. He's had a bit of a slow start to the season. I don't think he's finished in the top 6 yet. So hopefully he can change his fortunes in the next coming races, because yeah, as I said, he was one of the more consistent drivers last season, always getting good results. This season has just started a bit slowly for him. Right, we've got Don Robigo and James very close to each other, but Don Robigo does have DRS, so I don't think James will be able to go for the move on this lap. He'll have to stay behind for another lap. Back here we've got Gilly Pantry and Debo Croc, all quite close to each other. And over here we've got Imi, Don Rabico, and James really close to each other as well. The race seems to have just calmed down a little bit now. You look at the front, the gap again, over a second, but then by the time they get to the end of the straight, the gap is less than a second, comfortably. Big T with those rocket ship wings. The setup difference between what he's running and what Mango is running is so crazy. I don't think I've seen something like that very often, where a driver gains around 4/10 on a straight without DRS. It's just the setup. So Mango obviously running a lot higher wings. He's got a lot more drag. But the higher wings does mean he has more grip in the corners, which is why the gap now being half a second, Mango can stretch that out to over a second by the time they get to the final corner, because this is all just slow speed and low speed corners, which, yeah, are very good for high downforce setups, not too good for low downforce setups. Low downforce setups are built for straights, for long straights, which this track doesn't have an abundance of, but it does have 2 proper straights, so could come in quite handy. Trying to see gaps, but all the gaps are roughly the same. None of the gaps are like really small. Now this is the first time Big T hasn't really closed up that much to Mango, and Mango has been able to break the DRS. Big T doesn't get DRS on this lap. Yellow flag. That's a Ferrari. Ricus going slow. Someone's pitting. Debo Croc is pitting. I'm assuming he's going to go mediums again. Yes, he does. That's a pretty decent lap to stop, because now he's got 14 laps left on the mediums. He can maybe get a bit of an undercut on the guy's head. So the thing is here, Mango does have to put, because he started on the medium. So he went medium, and he will have to put for a set of softs, because you still need to use 2 tire compounds. You still need to use a medium and a hard. It's not a medium and a soft. And there we go. Big T pits. Gonna try and get the undercut of Mango. Mango's gonna try and go a bit longer here, because remember, he has to put to softs. Mango can't pit for mediums. Big T is going to pit for mediums. The Mango needs to extend his stint and then hope that if he puts the softs on, he's got a big enough tire advantage that he can make the move on Big T. Because Big T is going to get an undercut now. And I don't think it's wise of Mango to try and react to the undercut, because he's going to be on a different tire at the end. It's not going to be mediums versus mediums. It's going to be soft versus medium. And to make those softs work, you do need them to be much fresher than the mediums. And see, this is what I meant earlier. So David's is 9.7 behind the leader. So he's literally going to drop to behind a Big T. He's going to lose 4 positions because of that 10-second penalty. Okay, a few more drivers pitting. I think that's James and David's, both of them pitting. Where do they come out? Oh, they've dropped a lot of positions. I wonder if it would be worth it to just start on the mediums if you started on the softs, obviously. If you didn't start on the softs, if you start on the mediums, you can't just go mediums again. You do need to use your softs at some point. So it's still, you're not allowed to use the hards, but you still have to use 2 different compounds, as is the normal, F1 rule. Okay, stops, position change. Let's have a look at the position changes. So Storming Thunderhead up 2, Baby Boy up 7. Mango down 3, but he has just boxed. Did he just box? Yes, he did. And he came out so far ahead of Big T. Did Big T have a issue in the stop? Oh no. What's happened to Big T? Okay, he's 1.8 behind Mango. So now, can he close in? The Mango will have the better tires for like for the next 3 or 4 laps. And then Big T's Mangoes are slowly going to start becoming the better tire and the faster tire. So Japes is down in net P3 here, right? Unless some of the guys ahead of him are going to try and make it to the end. Which I doubt. Let's have a look at Storming Thunderhead. What does he do? Does he pit? No, he doesn't. The Storming Thunderhead likes to go for a bit of a alternate strategy. So I think he's gonna try and make those mediums go to the end. Baby Boy's had enough of them. He's gonna go to I think mediums as well. I don't think he's used 2 sets of mediums. Baby Boy coming out of the pits, followed by Don Rabico. He was also in the pits. Baby Boy, where does he come out? He comes out ahead of Japes. Don Rabico comes on P10. Big difference. There's a big difference. Baby Boy in a really good position here because he's got very fresh tires compared to the guys around him. As does Don Rabico. So I think Don Rabico could get Roden Puzzle, James, and Japes here. Rickus retired. Where's Rickus? The Ferrari. He's gone. What happened? As Storming Thunder now pits. And that is going to give Mango the lead. Mango leads by 3 seconds to Big T. Up in P3, but he hasn't boxed again. Can he still do 9 laps on those mediums? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a bit bold. Storming is on 0 lap old medium, so he's in a great position. as his baby boy. Right, so the race has calmed down a bit now. It's not all this frantic action that was the case a bit earlier. Everyone just settling into a rhythm, making sure that they make it to the end, don't crash or, you know, don't have too little fuel. Big T's fuel light has stopped flashing, so he has saved enough fuel. Obviously the safety cars help save fuel. Yeah, as has David's. We've got these two going side by side. Oh, great racing. Great racing, you'll have to see it. Side by side. Japes on the brakes. Oh, there's contact. James. Oh, and the teammates hit each other. That's Don Rabico with wing damage. The teammates collide, the two Mercedes drivers. As there's a yellow flag. Is that a safety car? No, I think it's a virtual. I think it's a virtual safety car. So I think James doesn't have a front wing. His whole wing is gone. I wonder what happened there. I saw like a bit of it, but I couldn't see enough to see what happened. Wow. So I think Japes and James made contact. I obviously can't judge to say whose fault it was, but I think there was contact between James and Japes. And then Japes was slow on the track because of it. And then his teammate came crashing into him. Wasn't expecting him to be that slow, maybe. Now James has to put under the green flags. Can't wait for a virtual safety car. Don gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits. No, Don. The race goes from bad to worse. I really can't understand why so many people are getting speeding in the pit. Like, just slow down. Just brake. Oh, so Don Rabico and James right at the back now. Unfortunate for the two of them. As that's the real Fig bringing out a yellow in turn 3, but he seems to be going still, so I think that's okay. Now, Villain Puzzle right on the back of D Square Upper. He's got much fresher tires, 5 laps fresher tires. We'll see if he can make it work. He's really close. Really close. Here he goes. Around the outside. Oh, what a move. What a move from Villain Puzzle. He doesn't wait for the DRS. He decides, I'm going to make this move before the DRS. And he gets it done. D Square Upper now in P14 is scoring a point at this stage, remember. Rikus says, I'm so bad at this game. What happened, Rikus? I just saw you out. I couldn't even see your dot on the map. It was just gone. Let me know what happened. Right, so this gap between Mango and Big T. This is going to be an interesting one. Don has retired. Where? What's going on with my game? Like it's saying people retired, but then it's not showing me where they retired or where the car is. What's happening? I tapped the barrier when I went into the pits and lost control of the car. Oh man, that's a shame. This pit entry, the people have really been struggling with the pit entry today. I'm not really sure why, because it's like straight. Yeah, there's a bit of a kink, but I mean, it's mostly straight. It's not like China where there's a very sharp turn or anything. I'm not too sure why people are struggling so much with the pit entry today, but yeah. The Mango in P1, the gap is 2.2 as Imi and Debo Croc are fighting, going side by side through turn 4. Close racing between the Red Bull and Ferrari. Imi now has the inside, but Debo Croc around the outside. Wow, that's great. That's great. And now Imi's still again on the inside, leaving space. And here comes Skilly as well. Skilly wants a part of this. Skilly now up the inside of Debo Croc, and I think he gets the move done. Fantastic racing from the pair of, well, from all three of them actually. Say all three of them, really clean racing. Well done. But now Imi is at the front, and he's not going to have DRS. Skilly and Debo Croc are both going to have DRS. So can they do something into turn 1 or maybe into turn 4? Skilly stays behind. Is he close to Imi? Is he close enough? He's got the battery. He's burning the battery. Opens the DRS. And Imi stays ahead. Good defense. And here's Spinnacle. Spinnacle on fresh softs. He might be getting Debo Croc soon. Debo Croc is on 10 lap old mediums. I don't really see any other fights. The front guys all have big gaps between them, relatively speaking. But this is a pretty interesting fight between these 4 drivers. Okay, let's turn to the front. So this is what I was actually trying to say earlier, but then we got interrupted by all the chaos that unfolded at the back of the pack. So Mango is on the softs. Big T is on the mediums. Now those mediums will be faster than the soft at this stage. But remember, Big T doesn't have a lot of wing. He's got very low wings. So Mango is able to keep his tires in check much better than Big T. As now Scully gets past Imi into turn 4. Alright, so Scully in P9, followed closely by Imi, followed closely by Debo Croc, and then Spinnacle. Spinnacle's still behind on those fresh softs. Thought he might have gotten past by now, but not the case. Where's Baby Boy? Oh, Baby was up in P4. Oh, it was James that crashed. Right. So David has closed up to Japes. Japes does have some sort of a penalty, a 3-second. So there's a 3-second for Japes and a 3-second for Debo Croc. Everyone else have either served their penalties in the pits or they just don't have penalties. Easy as that. Now, have a look at this. Have a look at this. Big T almost within the DRS of Mango. That's crucial. Mango has to try everything he can to keep Big T out of DRS. Does Big T get DRS here? I don't think so. I think he's just got too little wing. You stay close. You can see how much he's gaining on the straight even without DRS. It's really ridiculous. So if Big T gets DRS, it's basically game over for Mango, because I don't think he'll be able to defend. Big T's wings are too low. But I think he will be able to make the gap bigger than a second. So if he can make the gap bigger than a second, Mango, it means Big T won't have DRS. But Big T is on the better tires at this stage. So you can see now Big T is within DRS of Mango. This is crucial. Croc and Skilly, they're fighting it out. Skilly has dropped behind Croc and Imi now. Okay, let's go to the front. Is there going to be a move for the lead? Here comes Big T around the outside. Mango able to fend him off. And this is the final lap. So we're going to stay on board with them for this whole lap. I can see some movement down below, but we have to focus on this. So here we go. Big T. Not a lot of battery left. Mango. Not a lot of battery left. Down to turn 4. Mango is able to stay ahead. Big T right on his gearbox. And now the thing is, coming to the final straight, Big T will have the advantage because he's going to have DRS and he's got the lower wings. But can Mango make a big enough gap in this middle sector so that he stays in the lead to the finish line? This is what it all comes down to. Final lap, Big T versus Mango. Probably two of the drivers who are going to be fighting for the championship this season. And yeah, Mango really can do with a win. Big T has already won twice this season. And let's see. The gap is up to 5/10, almost 6/10. Is that enough? Or has Big T done enough to stay close enough to the line? It's going to be close. Big T has the DRS, but I think it's going to be Mango. Mango wins. Round 4 in Brazil from Big T. And then you've got Storming Thunderhead, who rounds out the podium in P3. Good race for him. Here comes Baby Boy. Would have started P4. Got a grid penalty. Started P9 and finished back in P4 again. Here comes Japes. He's going to drop behind David's due to his track limit penalty. So David's is going to be P5. Japes is going to be P6. There we go. And then here comes Sugar Bear. A good result for him. P7. Pantry Star. That's a much better result for the Alpine driver. Here comes Imi. He beats Debo Croc to the line. But that penalty drops Debo Croc down. Spinnerkop gets him on penalties. And then Skilly finishes 8,000 behind Debo Croc. Very close. And then Skilly's teammate Vidim Puzzle in P13. And you've got Buatari. He's going to finish in P14. And then James is going to be in P15. D Square Rapper. And then the Real Fig. Wow, what a race, guys. What a race. That is fantastic. Let's see if we can get the drivers into the voice chat. Just want to quickly grab these results real quick. And the race director. There we go. Ooh. Then we have got to go to Discord. Come on, come on. Give me that Discord. Give me that Discord. Hey guys.
Hey, hello.
I don't know if Mango is gonna join. He said he doesn't like interviews. I hope he does. Okay. Let's see. Let's assume he's not gonna join. Big T, let's start with you. Great race. Really close at the end. Couple of hundreds maybe. How was it?
No, it was all right. If it wasn't for the safety car, I think the race was done. I would have won because the undercuts are so powerful, and you couldn't pass on a tire offset of the mediums was soft, so it would have been the opposite at the end with me on mediums and him on soft. But yeah, safety car came out, benefited him because then you don't have to deal with traffic on when he put it, which would have been about lap 14 or 16. Yeah, I could have caught him earlier, but I had a slide in the S section. And then after that, I just thought I'd accept P2, and then there was a small chance on the last lap, but I think it was too late then. I needed another 2 laps or so.
Yeah, I must say, I actually thought you were going to get him because I think you were probably running like 30 less swing than him.
Yeah, but
Because
that's
I saw
why.
in the straights you were like gaining 3, 4 tenths, 5 tenths just without DRS even.
Yeah, I was running 11.2. I think he's running 18.10.
Yeah, I called it. I,
Um,
I I said on the stream I think you're below 10 on the wings.
yeah, so that's why I knew if he was ahead with the safety car, if I couldn't pass him, it suited him. So then I tried to undercut him because I thought he would have put it lap 24, 26. That's normally where you would have put it, but then I think the safety car threw him off. And then I got held up a little bit by Skilly, and he covered it off with box in the next lap. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was banking on his tires falling off, but because he was quite fast in sector two, it required me not to have any mistakes, which I had a little bit on the final stint. But oh well.
Well, still an awesome result. Still a great start to the season. Still leading the championship. So well done.
Thank you,
Storming,
thank you.
you are doing that Aston Martin of mine proud. Another podium for you. How was it?
It was actually much better than I was expecting it to. I still need to work on my quali. I only had one lap that was actually legitimate. Every other lap I invalidated.
Yeah, that was
But
also that
the
was always
race,
my
I have to
struggle
say
as
that
well. Qualifying is always my struggle as well.
at least you were able to improve on your second, third laps. I tend to only have one lap that I actually do, and then
Yeah,
the
and
race starts to
especially
tear up.
today, not being able to use the hards also puts another
Yes,
more
yeah. Although the
more
soft
jeopardy,
tires
you know.
lasted quite a long time, you could
Really?
very easily do 2 flying laps on them, and there wasn't a big time deficit.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Probably
I
for
I
Big
thought they
T
would
there might
be
have been, but for me, I had a bit more pace in reserve because I was making more mistakes. So yeah,
okay. That's pretty
the second
interesting.
flying lap on the set of softs was actually quite still quite competitive.
Oh wow. Yeah, I actually thought the softs would die a lot sooner, but I must say the race, I think we achieved what we wanted to achieve with the no hards. It was pretty cool with the different strategies, different pit stops, people going on softs then mediums, others doing mediums then softs. So yeah, it was
But the softs were
entertaining.
actually quite strong
Yeah, they were
because for the first
surprisingly.
stint, I was feeling very comfortable. I mean, I think I was actually quicker than Mango and Big T in front. I made one mistake which cost me a position, but otherwise I felt like I actually had quite a bit of pace there on the soft tires.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
I was managing
surprisingly good.
sector two.
Yes, yeah, but I was also managing. I wasn't even pushing, and I was all over the back of Mango. I had to look at him on the one lap.
Yeah, I was trying to back him into you guys. That's what I wanted to do
Yeah, I
second
realized
stint
you were
as
doing
well.
that. Yeah, I
If I
realized you were
got
backing
past.
us up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then
Right.
on the mediums, I didn't have the same pace. I just didn't feel quite as consistent.
Yeah. It happens. It happens. It could be setup, it could be temperatures, anything like that.
And it could just be driving style as well.
Yeah,
Maybe I
it could.
preferred the way the softs gave grip, and yeah,
Yeah, 100%. But anyway, good. Well done, guys. It was a great race. Awesome to commentate, and have a good week.
yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers. Right, everyone. That was round 4 of LSA in Tier 1. Done and dusted. Mango with the win from Big T, and then Storming Thunderhead, your podium positions. And thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We'll catch each other next week, round 5. What is round 5 gonna be? I can't actually remember. Let me just quickly have a look. Let me quickly have a look. I can just. What is round 5? Round 5 is gonna be Japan around Suzuka. That is gonna be an interesting race. Uh, Always a chance of rain around there as well. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy the week, and we'll see each other next time. Bye bye.